Hi there, my name's James Davidson, or James. I'm the guy that's the scapegoat for former Premier Gordon Campbell, the Victoria Police Community, in particular the Saanich Police Department, and an arrogant, bigoted nigger named Alan Cleary, who's a surveillance expert. The reason for this video is that I'm demonstrating how if you use your head, you don't have to use your hands to defeat people. I am a scapegoat, being bullied and harassed by bigots, authorities in the police community, and politicians. My situation started in 2004 when I went to a Starbucks in a place called Broadmead when I was self-employed. I was minding my own business, putting my work boots on, while a firefighter from Saanich and a cop made derogatory comments about my sexual orientation and my vehicle, my truck, that I had advertising on for my company. And what I did was, instead of getting into an argument with them, I left, called a friend who recommended I file a human rights complaint because I was experiencing two public employees in public making comments that they shouldn't about my orientation that affected my reputation in the community. When I got to the Saanich Police Department, I was angry and I filed a vociferous verbal police complaint demanding the names for the firefighter and the cop who had harassed me in the community. And the sergeant that I spoke to said that he would get back to me on it. What happened was, within a couple of days, the Saanich police showed up at my house and arrested me for a psychiatric assessment at the local hospital. And what happened was, the police retaliated after making a police complaint, violating Section 65.2 of the BC Police Act, which states that if you file a report against the police, they cannot retaliate, harass, or intimidate you. It's against the law. What happened was, because my father had been diagnosed as being manic depressive and bipolar and had been forced into retirement, he completed suicide. So obviously I was vulnerable to the issues and stigma surrounding mental health issues. And once the doctors at the hospital got a hold of me, with the police using the Mental Health Act, they found out I was an athlete and had acquired a couple of concussions growing up. And worse still, I had acquired a mild head injury from a motor vehicle accident when I trained as a triathlete for testing towards going into the RCMP. Anyway, with that personal history, they maligned me with the stigma of having a mental illness, or being crazy, or delusional, that I was getting harassed by the police. When the truth was, the police were lying about the situation and retaliating in order to destroy me. Because what happened was, I could not operate my business and I was financially destroyed. And worse still, I was run out of my home and forced into an abusive mental health system. Doctors at the hospital named Satish Shirkandi and Brent Gould would say bullying statements to me like, I'm a threat to society, or mental illness is in the family, you'll have to accept it, etc., etc. And what I found was, when I was out in the community, the police would make rumors up and tell everybody that I was mentally ill, that I was a threat and whatnot. And when I'm minding my own business, in Starbucks for instance, a little kid at one time pointed at me and said, "Mommy, who's that?" And the woman said to her child, "That's the man the police say is mentally ill." And it shocked me right to my core. but I realized how bigoted and ruthless the police are in Victoria. It's a fishbowl community, and they will literally put a media blackout on you so no one can contact you by phone, no one can contact you by email, and Alan Cleary will psychologically harass and terrorize you so that you get in enough stress induced so that the police can come and arrest you with under the Mental Health Act again and throw you in the hospital, incarcerated. This happens continually in an effort to psychologically break me or to cause a suicide and keep it all in the family like my father. What I've realized is that people are bigoted and ruthless, like Gordon Campbell. And the police are like a gang because Section 65.1 of the BC Police Act states that police should police themselves or report police officers to the Police Complaint Commissioner that are doing anything that violates the public's trust. And they don't. They are a collective organization that operates as a criminal organization to make a scapegoat out of me and to harass my family over the course of 8 years since 2004. I'm the guy. You can't get around that fact. I am the scapegoat for bullies that harass and terrorize me and my family because I filed a police complaint and criticized them. And the worst part is that when I phoned the police and demanded that they stop harassing my family and I, they arrested me with a gang of 10 cops at gunpoint and sent me to jail eventually. And what happened was, because I wasn't well enough informed at the time, they sent me to court and I got 3 years probation. I had a lawyer named David McLeod tell me that if you don't have enough money to go to trial, you'll have to accept a criminal record. And that was a very eye-opening experience because I have never in my life thought that I would end up in this position. But I have to say something because the truth is my sword and the law is my shield. And I have to fight back because I have recognized that the police even have the services of a guy that I worked with named Hugo Quizno. I did sheeting for him on a house, and he owed me $450 when he laid me off. And the police have been using him because apparently he's involved with the Hells Angels. And I've heard that they were trying to get me to accept a position as first son of BC, something stupid like that, or as a negotiator for the Hells Angels. And honestly, I want nothing to do with these people because they definitely aren't honest. They're trying to take a bad situation and turn it into a good one for their benefit, not mine. And I'm not gay. I was a professional model when I was younger and in better shape, and I love chasing women. I like an intelligent, beautiful woman because brains and beauty are where it's at, man. And the best part is watching a woman strut because they shake like a little tree, if you know what I mean. And when you have a girlfriend, the most fun thing to do is to go shopping for lingerie because you figure out how to wrap the parcel, you know what I mean? And what else? What I like to say is that the police are cowards where honesty is concerned. Because if they can make a scapegoat out of me and abuse the system, they are capable of anything, including murder. My family has been threatened and harassed as a result of my situation, and I cannot stand that. And I actually jeopardized my safety by making this video because they could put me in jail for it. They are that ruthless and that criminal in their intent to destroy me. Because I have literally been discredited with the Mental Health Act and the stigma of prejudice surrounding mental illness. I've been demeaned by the gossip and bigotry of people in the community. diminished over the course of 7 years that this experience has occurred, and literally destroyed because I stood up to the police and told the truth. And that is why I'm making this video, and I hope that people in the media will get a hold of it and tell the world. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. Take care.